Welcome back to A Scientific Life. If you are passionate about understanding how your body works at a deep cellular level, subscribe now. Today, we decode the profound 30-day transformation of your silent engine. Visualize your liver not merely as an organ, but as the most sophisticated chemical processing plant ever created. At this very second, it is executing over 500 distinct biochemical reactions. It purifies toxic compounds, synthesizes essential proteins, stores critical energy reserves, and balances your entire endocrine system. Yet, there is a deeply unsettling reality about this vital organ. Unlike the heart, which sends immediate, agonizing pain signals during an emergency, the liver suffers in absolute, chilling silence. It completely lacks sensory pain receptors within its functional tissue. You could lose over half of your functional liver tissue to disease without feeling a single physical symptom. It is the most stoic organ in the human body, absorbing immense damage without a whisper of protest. But what happens when alcohol enters this delicate biological equation? The moment ethanol touches your lips, your liver does not experience relaxation or pleasure. It recognizes a highly toxic threat. It identifies ethanol as an urgent poison that must be neutralized immediately, suspending other vital operations. This marks the beginning of a highly destructive biochemical process in your cells. The liver metabolizes alcohol in two distinct phases. First, an enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase, or ADH, converts the ethanol into an even more dangerous substance, acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is not just highly toxic. It is officially classified as a Group 1 carcinogen by the World Health Organization, placing it in the same lethal hazard category as asbestos. This aggressive molecule directly attacks your DNA, causing double-strand breaks and mutating the genetic code within your hepatocytes. But the metabolic damage goes far deeper than genetic mutation. A landmark global study published in The Lancet in 2018 completely shattered the myth of safe, moderate drinking. Analyzing data from 195 countries, researchers found no safe level of alcohol consumption. Even a single occasional drink triggers what scientists call a metabolic pause. The moment alcohol enters your bloodstream, your liver's fat oxidation process drops by a staggering 73%. Your liver, which normally acts as a highly efficient fat-burning engine, completely shuts down this process for hours. It must redirect all of its cellular machinery to neutralize the toxic ethanol. It is the physiological equivalent of forcing an elite emergency rescue team to abandon a critical life-saving mission just to clean up a minor chemical spill. The essential work simply stops. If alcohol consumption is frequent, this metabolic freeze becomes a permanent state. Lipid droplets begin to build up within the cells, initiating chronic inflammation and progressive tissue damage. When you make the conscious decision to eliminate alcohol for 30 days, you are offering your liver its first genuine opportunity in years to recover, repair, and restore its true biological functions. If you are finding this scientific breakdown valuable, please leave a comment below. Your engagement helps us create more high-yield, evidence-based content that can truly change lives. The recovery clock begins the exact millisecond the last molecule of alcohol is cleared from your bloodstream. Within the first 24 hours, the liver initiates an emergency repair protocol. But before healing can truly begin, the remaining toxic residues must be completely cleared. Acetaldehyde continues to circulate like a chemical ghost, requiring rapid, intensive enzymatic breakdown. Specialized immune cells inside the liver, known as Kupffer cells, act as vigilant guardians. They immediately begin to suppress the chronic inflammatory cascade, allowing swelling to recede. This is where the physiological story becomes fascinating. The liver does not operate in a vacuum. It maintains a deep, direct connection with your digestive tract, known as the gut-liver axis. Every single drop of blood leaving your intestines must travel directly through the portal vein to the liver. This biological superhighway delivers vital nutrients, but also potential threats. When you consume alcohol regularly, it acts as an aggressive chemical solvent. It erodes the protective mucosal layer of your intestines, leaving the delicate cellular barrier completely exposed. The alcohol weakens the tight junctions, which are the microscopic cellular locks keeping your gut barrier secure. Deprived of structural integrity, these junctions begin to pull apart. This structural failure is known as leaky gut syndrome. Through these newly formed microscopic gaps, toxic bacterial fragments and undigested food particles leak directly into your bloodstream. Your liver, already overwhelmed by processing alcohol, is suddenly hit by a secondary wave of bacterial toxins. This dual assault triggers massive systemic inflammation throughout your body. However, a landmark study from Rush University Medical Center revealed that within 48 hours of stopping alcohol, these damaged cellular junctions rapidly begin to seal themselves. As the gut barrier heals, the flood of bacterial toxins invading the liver slows from a raging torrent to a minor trickle. The liver's daily workload is instantly cut, nearly in half. This dramatic reduction in toxic load is the exact moment you begin to notice real physical changes. Chronic abdominal bloating starts to recede, and persistent brain fog begins to lift. Simultaneously, another vital transformation is taking place. Alcohol heavily disrupts your liver's ability to store glucose as glycogen, leading to severe blood sugar instability. By the third day of abstinence, your liver successfully regains complete control over glucose metabolism. It begins building healthy, stable glycogen reserves once again. As your blood sugar stabilizes, physical tremors disappear and intense sugar cravings fade away. Your systemic energy levels remain steady, free from violent crashes. These first 72 hours are not about radical physical transformation. They are about stabilization. Your body is stopping its downward spiral and preparing for deep reconstruction. Yet, at the end of the first week, you may experience a frustrating paradox. Your liver is healing, your gut is repairing, but you feel emotionally worse, irritable, and highly anxious. This is not weakness. It is pure neurochemistry. Alcohol is an expert manipulator of your neurotransmitters, artificially flooding your brain with GABA, the primary inhibitory chemical. At the same time, alcohol blocks glutamate, the brain's main excitatory neurotransmitter. To survive this constant chemical dampening, your brain adapts by reducing its natural GABA production. When the alcohol is suddenly removed, your brain is left with too few GABA receptors and a massive excess of glutamate. This triggers a profound neurochemical storm of hyperarousal. Your nervous system enters a state of extreme overdrive. This explains the elevated heart rate, racing thoughts, and severe tension experienced during the first 7 days of abstinence. Then there is the bizarre phenomenon of the REM rebound. Alcohol heavily suppresses REM sleep, the critical phase where your brain processes emotions and consolidates daily memories. Without alcohol, the brain desperately tries to recover lost REM sleep. Dreams become incredibly intense, vivid, and cinematic, sometimes manifesting as highly disturbing nightmares. This is not a sign of illness. It is a vital restorative process. Your brain is actively rebuilding complex neural circuits and performing long overdue cognitive maintenance. Behind the profound physical fatigue of week 1 lies another hidden factor: severe nutrient depletion caused by chronic alcohol exposure, which damages intestinal absorption. Research shows that alcohol severely impairs the absorption of vitamin B1 or thiamine, which is absolutely crucial for converting food into usable cellular energy. It also blocks B12, folate, and zinc. But when you stop drinking and reintroduce nutrient-dense food, your healing intestines begin absorbing these vital compounds like a dry sponge. Armed with these essential micronutrients, your liver enzymes finally have the raw materials they need to accelerate cellular regeneration. The worst of the recovery phase is now behind you. As you enter the second week, one of the most remarkable cellular transformations in human medicine begins. Your liver starts to actively purge the suffocating fat from its cells. Most regular drinkers, even moderate ones, have some degree of fatty liver disease. Under the microscope, their hepatocytes appear dangerously swollen, congested with heavy lipid deposits. A pioneering study by University College London tracked participants who abstained from alcohol for just 30 days. The results surprised the medical community. On average, participants reduced their liver fat by a massive 15 to 20% in just 1 month. In less time than it takes to form a habit, the liver shed its toxic burden. As the suffocating fat melts away, the liver tissue softens and healthy blood flow is fully restored. Dormant metabolic enzymes rapidly reactivate their natural, optimal rhythm. This phase also triggers a major hormonal rebalancing. Alcohol stimulates an enzyme called aromatase, which is responsible for converting vital testosterone into estrogen. But after 2 weeks of absolute abstinence, your liver regains its full capacity to filter and clear excess estrogen from your system, restoring healthy hormonal equilibrium. For men, this means a natural rise in free testosterone, leading to increased muscle tone, reduced abdominal fat, improved mood, and a dramatic surge in daily physical energy. By the third week, a profound shift occurs within your mind. The world around you begins to change, colors appear brighter, sounds more distinct, and daily life regains its natural flavor. This is not psychological imagination. It is direct neurobiological recalibration. Your brain's delicate dopamine reward system is finally recovering from chronic chemical flooding. Decades of research by Dr. Nora Volkow reveal that chronic drinking severely blunts dopamine receptors. When these receptors are damaged, nothing in normal life brings genuine joy. But by week 3, these blunted receptors begin to regenerate. Your brain starts responding to natural, healthy stimuli instead of requiring massive artificial chemical spikes. You rediscover what scientists call endogenous joy, the profound biological ability to experience genuine happiness and deep satisfaction from simple, everyday moments. This internal healing manifests externally. Your skin becomes clear and hydrated, the whites of your eyes brighten as the liver processes bilirubin, and your blood pressure stabilizes. But perhaps the most astounding discovery lies at the deepest level of your genetics. Recent studies show that alcohol directly accelerates the aging of your cellular DNA. A massive study by Oxford Population Health analyzed genetic data, proving that alcohol consumption actively shortens telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of your chromosomes. Think of telomeres as the plastic tips on the ends of shoelaces. Every time a cell divides, these tips shorten. When they become too short, the cell dies, accelerating biological aging. By removing alcohol, you stop this accelerated genetic erosion. You cannot reverse chronological time, but you can actively preserve your genetic longevity at a molecular level. Now, you have successfully reached the 30-day milestone. Your liver is transformed, but how do you sustain this remarkable recovery and continue to optimize your health? Science reveals several powerful dietary allies. First, high-quality black coffee. Compounds like cafestol and kawiol actively protect liver cells and significantly reduce scar tissue. Second, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. They contain sulforaphane, a potent compound that activates your liver's phase 2 detoxification pathways. Finally, fermented foods like kefir and sauerkraut. By introducing billions of beneficial bacteria, you reinforce the gut barrier, permanently protecting the liver from toxic leakage. But beyond any supplement, there is a fundamental truth. The human liver possesses an almost miraculous capacity for regeneration, unlike any other organ in the human body. If 70% of a healthy liver is surgically removed, it can completely rebuild itself to its original size within just a few months. It is a profound form of biological forgiveness. However, this biological forgiveness has its absolute limits. If damage continues until advanced cirrhosis develops, functional cells are permanently replaced by rigid scar tissue. Once advanced cirrhosis takes hold, the liver loses its miraculous power of self-regeneration. This is the point of no return. The damage becomes entirely permanent and life-threatening. Therefore, the real question is not whether your liver has the capacity to heal. The true question is whether you will grant it the necessary time and peace to do so before it is too late. These 30 days of abstinence prove something beautiful. Your body is incredibly resilient. It has simply been waiting in silence for you to stop the daily chemical assault. Your liver holds no resentment for past lifestyle choices. It does not punish you for previous mistakes. It only asks for rest, clean hydration, and a genuine chance to rebuild. In return for this simple rest, your liver offers you a lifetime of mental clarity, physical vitality, balanced hormones, and many more years of healthy, high quality life. If you have been waiting for the perfect moment to take control of your health, understand that the perfect moment does not exist in the future. The perfect moment is right now. Do not wait until the quiet, heroic silence of your liver transforms into a painful medical crisis that is impossible to ignore. Choose to protect the organ that has protected you. Your body has an incredible story to tell, and every choice you make writes the next chapter. By choosing cellular health, you are choosing a brighter, more vibrant biological future. Share this video with someone you care about. Let us build a global community dedicated to evidence based health, deep scientific understanding, and conscious biological living. Thank you for watching A Scientific Life. Subscribe now to ensure you never miss our deep dive scientific guides. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and protect your inner engine.